On an off note, I've been playing a lot of Rune Factory 4. It is one of my favorite uh, farming sim, I guess you could say. It is a farming sim because the whole thing was that when Rune Factory came out, it was supposed the subtitle was that it was a fantasy. Oh, dude, what is that game? It was like the original Harvest Moon. There you go. Their subtitle was a fantasy Harvest Moon, and that's how they sold Rune Factory. And I liked Harvest Moon. You know, I was a Harvest Moon fan before Stardew Valley came, and everybody is raving about Stardew Valley. But I enjoyed playing Harvest Moon, and then I saw that Rune Factory was like, oh, a fantasy Harvest Moon. I'm just like, I love fantasy settings, so I got into Rune Factory. I didn't like Rune Factory 2. I can't remember about Rune Factory 1, but I really enjoyed Rune Factory 3. Well, Rune Factory 3 was the first of the series that I enjoyed, but I really enjoyed Rune Factory 4, and that's the game that I keep coming back. And so I was trying to get into Stardew Valley again with the 1.6 update, but I was playing that for an hour, and all I could think to myself was, I really just want to play Rune Factory 4. That's all I really wanted to do, was just play Rune Factory 4, and so here I am, playing Rune Factory 4. And, long, long backstory, but all I'm saying is that I got to this point where I saved certain character, and so I'm having this dialogue with this character, and the character made mention about how they like hot milk because it warms up their hands, and so the character that follows them, it would just say, "Oh, you know what they say about cold hands? It means you have a warm heart." Oh, dude, she said that, and I was flashbacking. I was flashbacking so hard, dude, because uh, it's been 10 years now. That's kind of crazy. But it's 10 years ago. One of my first job was working at a retirement home, and so I would talk to a lot of the old ladies there, and every fucking time, every fucking time I make mention that my hands are usually cold, that's what they always say. You know what they say about people with cold hands? It means you have a warm heart, dude. I every time I hear that, I just flashback back to those old ladies who are most definitely not alive anymore. They're haunting me, dude. They're haunting me in my memories. But yeah, I was just flashbacking to that, and so just wanted to let you guys know that. But just don't ever tell me about that, okay? All right, because I'm just gonna have nom flashback. Look, these hands are cold because I'm cold hearted. All right, stop talking about how I have warm heart. Maybe we can say in Yakitate Japan terms, right? These cold hands, these are the devil's hands. Dude, there's just something so funny about Yakitate Japan and how that anime just lives rent free in my head. Like, I really enjoy it. If you guys don't know Soma, which is that cooking anime that has like a lot of like sexual themes in it and stuff, you know, like you're just eating food and you're just getting orgasm. You know, it's like that. Shogeki no Soma, I think that's what the Japanese title is. Like, anyways, before that anime came out, there was Yakitate Japan. I feel like a hipster for talking about this. How about just me talking about like I played Harvest Moon before Stardew Valley came out. I watched Yakitate Japan before Soma was. But yeah, Yakitate Japan, fun anime. It's also like fucking one of those longer anime that's like goes on for like 100 episodes or 50 episodes, somewhere around there. But like the 2/3 of the anime is like really good. Like, it's kind of once they get to the island that it kind of starts to teeter off a little bit. But man, dude, that anime fucking sick, dude. It's basically about baking bread. But yo, dude, some crazy shit happens when you bake bread. Anyways, the whole premise is that I don't know. I'm starting to talk about Yakitate. The whole premise is that the main character, he has what is called God's hands, and by be God's hands means that his hands are always at the right is at the right temperature for kneading dough. So he will always get like he always end up making like the best dough somewhere around there, right? It's like something about bakery and you need to have their dough at certain degrees or whatever, and you gotta and so he has like the perfect temperature hands to be making bread. And so later on, when he's in this competition with this woman, right, they find out that this woman has the devil's hands because her hands are extremely cold. And so because of that, she's able to knead her dough at like a colder temperature, or make her dough at a colder temperature, and so it wouldn't like be all mushy and stuff, like especially for the thing that she was making, right? You can't get the dough too warm, so that's why her hands were perfect for making those type of things. So yeah, that's my explanation of the devil's hand. All right, just say I have the devil's hands. All right, I prefer that than somebody saying, you know what they say about someone with cold hands.